Hello guys, Mr. Clint here. Today you will be learning algebraic fractions. So don't forget to take down notes and listen to our discussion carefully. Mathematics Online. Today you will be learning about algebraic fractions. So what is an algebraic fractions? Alright, algebraic fraction, these are fractions whose numerator and denominator are in algebraic expressions. And remember guys, before we study already about fractions, the same law, all right, you're going to apply same rules when you are going to simplify algebraic expressions. We use the same laws that we use during arithmetic fractions or numeric fractions. So what are the examples for fractions with algebraic expression? For example, you have 4x plus 1 over 2, or it could be 2 and the algebraic expression would be the denominator becomes 4x plus 1, or it could be both. It could be the numerator 4x plus 1 and x plus 1. It could be both numerator and denominator. So if you can see here, the numerator is an algebraic expression. Here the denominator is in the algebraic expression, and it could be numerator and denominator. So that's what you mean by algebraic fractions. Now what does it mean when you say same laws? Same laws, for example, we have here for fractions. Alright, we have 4 over 10. Now what we do is we try to factor this one out, alright, to find common terms. So when we try to factor that, it becomes 2 times 2, which is equals to 4, and 2 times 5, which is equals to 10. Now notice 2 here are the same, so we can cross this one out or cancel it out. So what's left is 2 over 5. So therefore the simplified value for 4 over 10 is 2 over 5. Alright, operations involving algebraic expression, algebraic fraction. Okay, operations involving algebraic fractions. So first thing would be addition and subtraction, because they are going to go with the same rule. Right, subtraction, addition and subtraction. Get the pattern. Alright, A over B plus C over D. Alright, the best thing you're going to do is you cross multiply. Okay, the first thing you're going to do is cross multiply, so it becomes AD plus BC over, and then you multiply this to so therefore it becomes B times D. Alright, so that the whole idea here, so that they will have a common denominator. Alright, so that they will have a common denominator. Okay, so let's have an example. For example, we have x over 2 plus y over 5. Now first thing that we do is we are going to do cross multiplication. So therefore what we are going to have here would be 5 times x plus 2 times y, and then we multiply this to this, so we have 2 times 5. Alright, so then we simplify this, it becomes 5x plus 2y, and then 2 times 5 is 10. And we can't combine 5x and 2y because their variables are not the same. Rules of basic algebraic expression on addition. Okay, so that is an example for addition of algebraic fraction. What if we have another example like this? What if we have x plus 4 over 3 plus x minus 3 over 4. Next, same thing that we're going to do, we cross multiply. Alright, we cross multiply, so we will have 4 times x plus 4, copy the sign, plus you have 3 times x minus 3, and then we multiply this, so it becomes 3 times 4. Then we simplify the numerator. Alright, we simplify the numerator, so we will have, we distribute this inside. Alright, we distribute this inside, so it becomes now 4x plus 4 plus 3x minus 9 over, alright, 12. Now, in our previous discussion, once we distribute the number outside the parenthesis or the bracket, we are going to cancel out the bracket anymore. Now, what we're going to do next is we combine like terms. Alright, so we combine 4 and negative 9. So, and we have 4x and 3x. So, therefore, our final answer would be 7x, and then we subtract negative 5 over, oh no, sorry, this is supposed to be 16. Alright, this is supposed to be 16. So when we combine, we have positive 7. Right, so we have positive 7 over 12. So our final answer is 7x plus 7 over 12. Now we can't simplify it anymore. Alright, so let's review again. Addition and subtraction of algebraic fractions. Alright, addition and subtraction of algebraic fractions. The first thing you're going to do is you do cross multiplication. Alright, what we do here is cross multiplication. Alright, cross multiplication, so that we will have a common denominator. We have to multiply them. Okay, we multiply b times d so that you will have bd. Okay, so again, the idea is they should have a common denominator. Now for our example here, we cross multiply. Alright, and then multiply 2 times 5. Alright, that's why we have 10. And then we cross multiply the 2, so we have 5x and 2y. Then you simplify by getting rid of the bracket, and you have your final, and we have here our final answer. Now we have another example here. We have x plus 4 over 3, alright, and x minus 3 over 4. Again, we cross multiply the 2, and then we multiply the denominator, and then we simplify. How do we simplify? This is we simplify by distributing. Alright, we simplify by distributing. And what we're going to do here next is we combine. Right, we combine like terms. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we combine like terms. Okay, we combine like terms and we have our final answer. That is for addition. Now what if we have subtraction? Okay, what if we have subtraction? Now let's have an example for subtraction. For example, we have x plus 2 over x minus x over x minus 2. Alright, the first thing that we're going to do again is we do cross multiplication. So therefore we have, alright, we have x plus 2 and x minus 2, and then we copy the sign here. So therefore we have minus x times x, and then we multiply the 2. So we have here x times x minus 2. Alright, now what we're going to do is we are going to simplify. For the first thing here, you use FOIL method. Yeah, you use FOIL method. So therefore the answer would be x squared. Alright, we put that one, x squared minus 2 squared, or minus x squared over, this becomes x squared minus 2x, correct? And then we simplify further, it becomes x squared minus 4 minus x squared over, alright, x squared minus 2x. Now where do we get that 4? From here to here. Now we combine like terms, so therefore our final answer will become negative 4 over x squared minus 2x. Alright, so this is our final answer. Alright, again we follow the same steps that we have. Okay, first is cross multiply. Second, multiply the denominator. And third, simplify. Alright, when we simplify means cancel brackets. Okay, cancel brackets. So again guys, remember these rules. When we try to do addition and subtraction, first we cross multiply, second multiply the denominator, third is to simplify so that you are going to cancel brackets. And by the way, why do we have to multiply? So that we will have a common denominator. Alright, so that we will have a common denominator. So again, that is how we add and subtract algebraic fractions. Now we go for multiplying algebraic fractions. Now we go now to multiplication. Alright, multiplication. Now when we multiply is the same rule with numeric fractions. Numerator times numerator, okay, numerator times numerator, and denominator times denominator. Alright, and don't forget we still have to factor. Okay, let's have an example. Now what if we have 3x over x minus 2 times x over 2? Alright, now the rule says, okay, the rule says numerator, numerator, denominator to denominator. So therefore we will have we will have here, it becomes 3x times x over 2 times x minus 2. Alright, then we distribute, so we have now 3x squared over 2x minus 4, and this is our final answer. Okay, now what if, okay, that's how we multiply fractions. Now if you can find common terms to which, you are going to apply the cancellation process. Alright, you're going to apply cancellation process. Okay, next, the third one, we are going to have division of algebraic fractions. Alright, division of algebraic fractions. Now when we divide fractions, again, we have to look for numeric fractions, we have to look for the reciprocal. So here you have to get again also for the reciprocal of the denominator fraction. Remember the word flip? We flip the new denominator. So the pattern here, alright, the pattern would be A over B divided by C over D, and then we flip this. Yes, we flip this, so this one becomes D over C. So therefore our new equation would be A over B, A over B times D over C, and then we proceed to the rules of multiplication. So therefore the final answer here will become AD over BC. Now let's have an example. Alright, let's have an example. So for example, we have 3y squared over x plus 1 divided by y over 2. First thing that we're going to do is we flip this, so it becomes 2 over y. So we're going to rewrite it, become 3y squared x plus 1, alright, times 2 over y. We write it here. This is our reciprocal. Okay, next we simplify. We multiply 3y squared, alright, times 2 over y times x plus 1. Then we get rid of the bracket, so we have here 6y squared, alright, 6y squared over y x plus y. Okay, yx plus y. Now if you're going to look at the here, there are common terms. There are y, there is a y in numerator and denominator. So therefore we have to simplify that. So we have here, we go back to the given that we have. So we have here 6y times y, correct? And then we have y equals to x plus 1. Alright, now notice we can find common, which is y. So therefore our final answer would be 6y over x plus 1. This is our final answer. Again, how do we get rid of this? We use factoring common terms. Alright, that's how we are going to simplify further our equation. We don't settle down to 6y squared over yx plus y, because we can still find a y in numerator and denominator, so we have to cancel it out. So our final answer would be 6y plus over x plus 1. Okay, so those are the 4 operations involving algebraic fractions. Alright, first is we have addition and subtraction. Second, we have multiplication of algebraic fractions, for which we have the same rule as we multiply. Alright, we have the same rule as we multiply. A over B times C over D is equals to AC over BD. Alright, this is the same rule as we have when we have numeric, alright, when we have numeric fractions. Okay, now next is we have division of algebraic fractions. Now the most important thing, the same as numeric fractions, we look for the reciprocal or the flip of the denominator fraction. Okay, so here this is the denominator. When you flip it, it becomes D over C. Right? The word is flip. So therefore the final answer would be AD over BC. Okay? Now we have an example here. First you flip the denominator fractions. Alright? Alright, we flip the denominator fractions. So from here it becomes this. So we use that here. And then we use the multiplication. Then we proceed to multiplication. Alright, then we proceed to multiplication. Now we don't settle down to this because there is a y in the numerator and denominator, so therefore we use factoring. We factor out common terms, and therefore our final answer is 6y over x plus 1, because we get rid of this y here. Okay, because they are still the same. So let's have a quick review of what we have today. Alright, first is we define algebraic fractions. Second is we discuss about the operations of algebraic fractions. Again, so when we discuss this one today, we always go back to our previous discussion about fractions and factoring. So I hope you don't forget all those things, because along the way we will be using all of those. Alright, so we will be learning from time to time, and we will be able to refresh all those topics that we have. Okay, so after this there will be a worksheet. So make sure that you are going to do that, and make sure you turn it in. So again, don't forget to take down notes, and make sure you listen carefully to the discussion that we have today. Alright, if you have any questions, feel free to comment down. I'll be very much willing to answer all your questions. Alright, that's it for today. Thank you.